What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah, and today we're going to dig deeper into Castle Fear in the Silver Bayonet. Before we go look at the board and all that good stuff, talk about the scenario, how the modifications that we've made to move it from a head-to-head PvP scenario to a PvM scenario. If you haven't considered smashing all the buttons or checking out the links in the description, please do so, as it really does help get the word out. And then let's go take a look at the board and the scenario for this game of the Silver Bayonet. Welcome, my friends, to the Kennels of Castle Fear. We have 5 clue markers across the middle of the board. I'm going to be coming from this side as we've left the graveyard and are pushing further into the castle's ruins. The majority of this scenario is within the kennels themselves. The roofs and walls have collapsed as this place is very decrepit and run down. Our primary goal is to discover some texts that are hiding within these clue markers, secure them, and get them off the board and on to the next place. Now, this is originally set as a head-to-head mission in the campaign, so there are some modifications. For starters, at the beginning of every turn, we roll to see if we get a bad event if we roll doubles. In this particular scenario, each player would get an extra monster dice, and they could choose to roll that during the monster phase to potentially spawn more bloodless hounds. We're just going to be rolling for the first 3 turns or so to see if we get one. It's on a 7 or higher, so there's a chance that none might show up. I'm going to say maybe 3 of them max on the board. I don't know, maybe not. We'll just see what happens. And the bloodless hounds are nothing to scoff at, with damage reduction 2 or 4 against firearms, allergy to fire, and bless. Luckily, I have a miracle worker, so I can bless some weapons up. So hopefully that's going to be helpful. We're going to start off with Dimitri, who is going to try to bless Mikhail's weapon. No, Egon's weapon. The guy in green. 10 or higher. Which we get. So he'll take 1 damage for performing the miracle because of the strain, and Egon's weapon shall be blessed. We'll then move. Egon, take his shot and then move. 12, but I have a blessed weapon. Accuracy 2, so that 9 goes to an 11. 8, no, that 8 goes to 10. I'm gonna use a dice here. I'm gonna use one of my oh yes. That's gonna be 7 damage. It's a blessed weapon, so we ignore his damage reduction because he has an allergy to it. Next up, Mikhail, take his shot. I have a blessed weapon, so we just need this to roll really high. That is the opposite of really high. And then he's gonna move. Move to monster phase. We'll see if another bloodless hound emerges. It does. And also, that shot from Egon was actually enough to kill that wolf. I thought they had more health than that, but they only have 6. So he had nothing to shoot at. And we'll see if he can make his sprint roll. For a sprint roll, you roll you need an 11 to get an extra 4 inches. If you get less than that, you get an extra 2 inches. Up to there. So let's roll a d6. We got 5 cages. Let's see where the next one will spawn. That's 1, 2. So 1, 2. Another bloodless hound will emerge from that kennel or cage. This hound will be coming at Doc. Fortunately, not quite making it to me. My second phase, Grigory's going to run or sprint. Doc is going to light his torch and move away from the wolf. Bloodless hound, not wolf. My mistake. Nikolai will take a shot at the bloodless hound. 2, so we get to add that. That's an 8, 9, 10. That is a miss. And then we'll move right on up the board. Boris will also take a shot. He's going to have to deal with some cover here. That's a 12 plus accuracy 2 is a 14, minus 1 for the cover is a 13 against their defense on a musket, which is a power weapon. That will kill. Oh no, never mind. It'll deal 4 damage. to him because he's got damage reduction 4 against firearms. I don't have anything that he's allergic to. But 4 damage, that's a good lick. And then move away. On to turn 2. We're going to start again with Dimitri, because having that bless on the weapons is pretty clutch in this scenario. We're going on Mikhail this time. 4. 6, 9, 13. We take a point of damage, but we get the bless off. Dimitri will then move to the threshold. Mikhail was going to fire and try to finish off this wolf back here. One, because of some cover. Not going to matter. Not going to matter at all. Tremendous roll. That is the power dice. It will finish off the Bloodless Hound. We're going to push Grigory, because I think he needs to be my next blessed target. Up to the clue marker, but unable as of yet to interact with. We get wolves, and I'm going to scale this. I didn't mention this earlier because I just decided it, but I'm going to roll dice for the turn when it comes to seeing dogs. We get no dogs this turn. It will be a second phase for me of reloading and pushing forward. So this is where we're starting, and this is where we'll end. Boris is there. Into turn 3. Where again, we're going to start with Dimitri trying to hurt himself and bless some weapons. Looking to bless, as I mentioned earlier, Grigory. We get it. Our clue is the Ace of Spades, which is a moldy book. We have found text A. Mikhail will reload and move in. Let's see if we get any Bloodless Hounds. We get 2 of them. So let's see. First one will be on this back cage right here. Second one will be on that cage right there. Because I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we are. And they will both move at speed towards the closest enemy that they can see. They've both got somebody in line of sight. We'll start with Doc, who's going to heal 2 damage off of Dimitri and just stay put. Boris will move in. He's going to have to move in to get line of sight, so he will move in and fire. Bless on his weapon, however, so full damage reduction applies. And we miss anyway, so it does not matter. Egon is going to move into the central room. He will investigate the clue marker. Our result is King of Spades. I swear I shuffled these. I swear I did. Nikolai will sprint towards the north. New turn. We'll see if anything bad happens. Or anything unexpected, rather. It does not. With Mikhail opening fire on this Bloodless Hound. Weapon is blessed up at this point, so that's a 9, 10, 11, 12. So that will hit, but it's only going to be for 1 damage. I don't have another power dice in my fate pool to re-roll this, so 1 damage. And I will reload. Egon will move out of the central room and fire on that hound. That is an 11, 12, 13, minus 1 to 12. Yes, that will hit for 6 damage, which is exactly enough to kill that hound. Grigory is going to go in on the Bloodless Hound. Urge. See what he does. He gets a good roll. That's a good roll. That's going to just absolutely dismember this Bloodless Hound with his blessed axes. That does it for my first phase. Let's see if we get some Bloodless Hound showing up. We get 2. One goes in the back corner. Second one goes in the middle. Out there and there, respectively. And then going to work. That one is definitely all into Egon. Green is the skill dice for monsters. He gets a good roll. That is a 15. Right? 15? That's going to hit real hard. That's going to hit me for 9 damage. because it's power. So, chompy boys. Swing back at it with the butt of my blessed rifle. Probably not going to hit there. No, that's a miss. Back up for a quick second because I forgot that when a bloodless hound spawns within 3 inches of somebody, they must immediately make a terror check. Threw my dice on the floor. We're all the way good, so it didn't matter, but I did need to remember to do it and to mention it that it is part of the scenario's rules. Moving on to my second phase, Boris is going to move to this clue marker. Investigate. Getting the Jack of Spades. We found a man catcher, which is like a looped pole for catching dogs. So we get +2 melee and +4 damage for all attacks against bloodless hounds, and we get an extra monster dice. Now again, we don't have monster dice in the solo version, so we'll even or odd to see if it's a skill or a power. So skill dice is even. Even, we get a second skill dice to our fate pool. Perfect, because it will let me start the next turn the way I want to. Safe. Nikolai is going for that clue marker. Getting 10 of spades, which is a silver dog whistle. So 2 extra dice in the fate pool. Both were skill dice. Dimitri is going to move up to where he can get some line of sight on Egon. Ready for that miracle to heal him. That's a 7 plus my courage of 4 is an 11. We get it 1 point of damage, and Egon will heal 3 points of damage. And Doc Ivan will move up to right there. We're going to start with Mikhail, who's going to shoot this closest bloodhound. Big roll. That's a 12, 13, 14. That will hit. 8 damage on the power dice with a blessed weapon will kill. He is going to press up to the clue marker. Egon is going to spend a fate dice to quick reload, and he's going to take a shot at the bloodless hound right in front of him. Good roll. Not good enough. And then he's going to fall back. Here, where hopefully he will be able to receive some much needed medical attention. Dimitri is going to move and go for the bless on Nikolai. Pass. And then let's see what we get for hounds. Now, I'm going to cap it at 5 because there's only 5 cages. So that makes sense. So from here on out, it's 5 dice a turn. We get none this turn. Lucky us. This one, however, is definitely coming for Mikhail. And luckily, he misses. Mikhail gets cracked back. And connects for 10 with his blessed rifle butt. Let's go. In the remaining phases, I'm going to start moving these guys over this way towards the exit, towards the next part of the castle. Bringing them here, making sure to give the cage some room. I will move down to investigate this clue. Ivan is going to heal 2 damage. He's going to medic patch up Egon. Go to the next turn. Oh! A thing is going to happen. There's going to be a bat swarm and a random point along a random table edge. To get my random numbers, I roll a d4 for my table edge. And then as the table is 3 feet long, I roll 3d12 and then put it at that many inches. So this ended up on the 3rd table edge at 29 inches up. Nikolai is going to investigate this clue marker, which is the last one. So it's the last text that I need, text C. And then he's going to move it, book it up towards the edge to there. These two I'm going to have both just book it back. I want them away from this because I don't know what's going to happen when I roll these dice in the monster phase. So both of them are going to be sprinting back this way. Back there. We'll regroup at the next junction of the castle. See what we get for hounds. We get 3 hounds. 3 wolves appearing here, here, and here. In the scenario, it says that when you place the wolves, you can choose which side to place them on. Again, that's an opportunity for me to give agency to the dice gods. So I roll a d4, and I put them on that side of the cage. just so you know how I'm doing it. They all immediately begin hunting, only this one making it into contact. On Boris. Get 12. Boris, what's your defense? Oh, Boris has defense 13. Oh, wait, no. Nope, they're melee +1. They're melee +1. Oh, so that's going to hit for 10. Luckily, Boris currently has 11 health. So he is alive, but very, very unhappy. Then going to swing that man catcher. And he's going to crush. He's going to crush. So that's damage +4, but the damage reduction, so it just keeps it at the normal damage, which is, it just keeps it, the man catcher just keeps you at your dice roll. So that's going to absolutely just snare and snap the neck of that bloodless hound with 1 health remaining. He is angry at that hound. Comes to the rest of my activations, where these guys are definitely coming off the board. At least for sure Boris is. I kind of want to keep Grigory on one more turn. Oh man, one more turn of, no I don't. Both of them are getting out of here. Mikhail will take a shot at that wolf, or that bloodless hound, and then he's going to start moving towards an edge himself. Smokes it. Smokes it. To right there, right on Nikolai's heels. Bat shouldn't be able to get to us this time, neither should any hounds. Dimitri is going to go for a sprint. He fails, getting only 8. Next turn. Bad things are going to happen again. Something tries to mind control us. It's got to be selected at random. I've got 5 people left on the board. Let's see who we get. 6 will be a reroll. Okay. Okay. 1. So that will be Mikhail, because he's the first card on my list. So he's got to pass a Courage 13 tests. It's an 8, 9, 10, 11. I have a Fate dice. We're going to go for it. 8, 9, 10, 11. That, as good as that roll is, it will not get me there. So he will act as a creature for this turn. However, I don't think it's going to be a problem, because I get to activate 2 models. So Nikolai and Dimitri are out of here. We'll see if we get dogs. We get 2 dogs spawning on just opposite sides of that central room. All right, so these 2 wolves can see them. So they're going to move to give chase. As none of the others can see anybody, they will move towards the target point, which is that central room. Comes back to me. Doc and Egon are off the board. We're going to see if a bad thing happens to us. It does not this time. So I only have the 1 guy. It's Mikhail. He's going to sprint 8 inches. And at that point, there could be some more dogs that spawn. These things would give chase to me, but none of them are going to be able to catch me. So I will still be off the board next turn, and away to the next scenario. So everybody's going to get a bonus experience, or get an experience point for surviving, and then I have 6 bonus experiences that I can dole out. So 1 person is not going to get one. Mikhail ends up being the odd man out. Dimitri is the only one who gets a tier bump. He gets +1 health. That, my friends, is going to do it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in, hanging out while we played a game of the Silver Bayonet. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day.